Many gamers love open-world games for their vast landscapes and freedom to explore, but with so many big-name titles dominating the spotlight, it's easy to miss hidden gems that deserve your time. The frustration of spending hours on overrated games that don't deliver can be real, leaving you wondering if there are better adventures out there. Here's a list of games you absolutely need to give a chance to expand your gaming horizons. Before we jump into the video, if you enjoy content like this, please hit that subscribe button. Your support genuinely motivates me to keep creating these in-depth videos and share hidden gaming treasures with you. It means a lot and helps the channel grow, so I can keep bringing you even more great content. Thank you then. Without wasting more time, let's get into the video. Immortals Fenyx Rising was overshadowed by Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a big Ubisoft franchise, but it deserves more attention. Developed by the AC Odyssey team, it's a fresh new IP mixing AC Odysseys and Zelda Breath of the Wild's best features. Set in Greek mythology, it has a lighthearted tone with colorful, stylized graphics and a straightforward, enjoyable story. The gameplay mixes action platformer and RPG styles with smooth, easy combat and customizable builds. Its open world is small but detailed, making exploration enjoyable and not tiring. Puzzle challenges stand out by using creative environmental and physics problems, though some puzzles feel uneven. The game uses stamina limits and simple gear upgrades to keep the flow steady. The soundtrack is pleasant with smooth combat transitions and charming animations adding polish. 3 DLCs expand the game, a dungeon-focused postgame, a condensed Eastern story, and an isometric mode with resource gathering and tougher combat, though the last DLC's camera limited my enjoyment. Overall, it's a passionate, fun game worth playing, especially on sale. However, Ubisoft's launcher and live service approach hurt the experience. Cosmetic microtransactions, bugs in stats and achievements, and a frustrating currency system make unlocking stuff annoying. Ubisoft's choice to cancel the sequel is disappointing. The game's potential suffers more from corporate decisions than from design. If you want a fresh, enjoyable open-world game that doesn't overwhelm, Immortals Fenyx Rising is worth trying. A small team of Polish developers did an amazing job with this game. It even includes a new Game Plus mode. The story can be confusing at times, but most of it is explained by the end, making everything clear and satisfying. The game has its rough edges, but it feels way more playable than many recent AAA titles. The world and art style give a fairy tale vibe, which I love. There's no endless grinding or useless crafting, and resource management flows smoothly, although crafting arrows during combat can get tense. Combat plays similarly to Doom Eternal, focusing on dodging and sharp shooting. You use arrows and skills to defeat enemies and survive. The broom is a neat tool that heals if you play good or harms if you go evil. A morality system influences the story and character with rewards for choosing good or evil paths. The soundtrack is fantastic and sets the mood well, although the last boss music felt slow and out of place. Graphics look great and run smoothly. The story kept me hooked despite some emotional ups and downs. As an indie game with a huge world and side quests, it's definitely worth playing. From the moment I discovered Biomutant, it grabbed my attention. The atmosphere and characters stood out, and with Mutant in the title, I was already curious. After seeing many bad reviews about repetitive gameplay and a simple story, I almost ignored it. Then I found it at a good price and thought it was worth trying for myself, knowing my opinion might differ. The game can feel repetitive at times, and its mechanics aren't always fascinating. Still, the characters, world, crafting, weapon creation, and agility kept drawing me back. Even simple side missions become enjoyable in this setting, making me want to keep playing. It's not a masterpiece, and doesn't need to be. Not every open-world game has to rival Elden Ring or Horizon. Biomutant is perfect for those seeking a lighter experience after a heavy game, or wanting to explore a post-apocalyptic world of furry mutants. It's also great for newcomers to open-world games. Finding it on sale makes it even better. Many complain about the narrator who repeats dialogue translations, and that can be tiring. However, it's not overly annoying and you can skip the narration if you want. Overall, Biomutant is a recommendable game for the right mood or player. Cloudpunk is a story-focused, narrative-driven delivery simulator. It's important to note that there is no action, shooting, or racing. You pick up a package, drive your flying car, and deliver it. If you want exciting gameplay without caring about story or dialogue, this game is not for you. However, if you enjoy narrative experiences, Cloudpunk offers a unique and entertaining journey. The game's biggest draw is its stunning world. Novalis, the dystopian megacity setting, is beautifully designed and fun to explore. From the poor slums that never see daylight to the wealthy living above the clouds, the city is full of neon signs and ads. This immersive environment alone makes the game worth experiencing. Another highlight is the music and sound design. The soundtrack blends perfectly with the city's constant megacorp ads, street chatter, flying cars, police sirens, and metro trains. These sounds make Novalis come alive, making both seeing and hearing the city deeply engaging. Finally, the story and dialogue bring the world to life. The main characters like Keimu and Huxley have distinct personalities and engaging conversations. While some choices affect minor dialogue changes, the overall narrative is enjoyable and includes fun Easter eggs. For a slower, more immersive cyberpunk adventure, Cloudpunk is highly recommended and definitely a hidden gem in the open world genre you need to give a chance. The Submerged series captivates me with its mix of exploration, nature, creatures, mystery, lore, and collectibles. This new game is easier than the first with helpful color cues to guide players. It starts off calm, good for kids to watch until the mood shifts mid-game. Miku and Taku explore a new city where Miku's gift restores life and removes corruption, while Taku looks out for her. Together, they uncover the city's story through diaries and gather boat parts, clothing styles, and relics. They meet sea and land creatures near landmarks and lookouts. Exploration by boat is a highlight, though boat controls begin tricky. The sailing feels freeing, sharing the waters with stingrays, dolphins, and whales. The scenery constantly changes with a short day-night cycle featuring tropical storms and stunning views. Graphics are upgraded but can overheat laptops, so lowering settings helps. The game is accessible, there's no death or falling, which I appreciate for its lower challenge. The orchestral music enhances the cinematic boat rides, and each collectible has a unique guiding sound. Movement caused some nausea, but adjusting the camera sensitivity helped. Grinding for collectibles can be time-consuming, though maps and walkthroughs assist. I had to pause playing despite loving the boat rides, and I suggest enjoying this game slowly. Overall, Submerged delivers a relaxing, immersive experience that balances storytelling with calm exploration and is perfect for peaceful escapes. The Saboteur is a hidden gem with a unique story and stylish visuals. Developed by the now closed Pandemic Studios and released in 2009, it remains unknown to many gamers. Set in Nazi-occupied Paris during World War II, you play as Sean Devlin, an Irish mechanic who joins the French resistance to avenge his friend's murder. The game combines linear storytelling with an open-world design, similar to GTA and Just Cause. Sean is a fun character, and the writing is often humorous, adding charm despite some outdated mission designs. The gameplay mechanics can feel rough at times, but the overall experience remains engaging. The world is not huge, but it offers detailed environments and visual touches that still impress today. It captures the mood of occupied Paris with style and flair. What makes the game special is its originality and atmosphere, which are rare in many modern open-world games. Though it shows its age, the passion behind its creation shines through clearly. Unfortunately, the studio closed before fully realizing the game's potential, but the Saboteur stands as a testament to their creative vision. If you seek overlooked open-world games with strong stories and a fresh feel, the Saboteur deserves your attention. It may not be perfect, but its mood, characters, and setting combine to create a memorable experience worth playing. LEGO City Undercover is probably the most unique LEGO title I've played, even compared to LEGO Indiana Jones 2. It's impressive that LEGO can create standalone games that are fun without relying on another big franchise. This shows LEGO's ability to deliver enjoyable experiences on its own. However, LEGO games based on major franchises usually add a special charm that makes them more exciting. This game felt more like a vanilla LEGO game, simple but still very good. Despite that, it stands out as a solid and enjoyable LEGO experience in its own way. The open world was fun and had many unique areas to explore. I especially liked the rural parts of the city, which felt more laid back and refreshing compared to the usual busy city scenes. Exploring these calmer zones added a nice change of pace. What I didn't like much was the combat. Trying to cuff enemies felt tedious as many got back up afterward. I preferred the old punch-up style from previous games. Also, the new scanner replacing traditional detectors was slow and frustrating. Overall, this game is a solid 8 out of 10 and worth trying if you like open-world LEGO games with fresh environments. If you enjoy Far Cry, you'll likely like this game since it closely follows the same gameplay. The map is actually a revamped version of Far Cry 4's, though it's hard to tell. Set in 10,000 BC, you play as a Neanderthal caveman with limited options. Playing on survival and turning off the HUD makes it more immersive, limiting perks and fast travel, leaving you with just your bow, spear, and the environment's sounds. Hunting mammoths or tigers relying only on sounds and tracks feels very satisfying. You really need to pay attention to your surroundings, which adds a new layer of challenge and realism to the experience. The game has fun elements like riding a tamed saber-toothed tiger, which adds excitement even if it's a bit gimmicky. The world is beautiful and large, but can feel repetitive in some parts, making exploration enjoyable, though sometimes familiar. The story is decent, but what stands out is Ubisoft creating a unique language for the tribes, which is pretty cool. The main character is voiced by Elias Tufexis, adding quality to the narrative. There's plenty to do with optional quests and collectibles that can extend gameplay from 20 hours to over 100 for completionists. It's a solid pick if you want a Far Cry-style adventure set in prehistoric times. Bully is one of the best sandbox-style games I've played. It combines a tweaked Grand Theft Auto style with the relatable story of Jimmy Hopkins, a young kid at a fictional New England boarding school. The setting of Bulworth and its town perfectly suits the story, showing Jimmy handling schoolwork, bullying, first crushes, pranks, and finding his place among different social groups. The writing is excellent with vivid characters and engaging missions. Every NPC feels unique with their own models, dialogues, and animations. The story immerses you in a world inspired by classic coming-of-age tales like 16 Candles and The Breakfast Club. The mix of jocks, preps, and nerds makes Bulworth's school life feel lively and memorable. Gameplay takes inspiration from GTA, featuring a wanted system called Truancy, varied combat moves, vehicles, minigames, and collectibles. Missions range from main story quests to fun side tasks, keeping the game fresh. Though some camera angles are awkward, they never ruin the experience. The gameplay balances variety and accessibility well. Compared to other open-world games, Bully is my favorite and one I completed fully. If you enjoy games like Grand Theft Auto or Saints Row but want something different and charming, Bully is worth trying. It offers a unique blend of fun and story you won't regret. Mad Max came out in 2015, but was overshadowed by Metal Gear Solid 5, which was released the same day. I played it briefly back then, but chose Metal Gear Solid 5 for its stealth gameplay. In 2024, I gave Mad Max another shot on my Steam Deck, and it was a great decision. The game runs smoothly on the deck with no need for tweaking settings, and its visuals still capture the desolate world perfectly. The gameplay is solid, but can get repetitive. The hand-to-hand combat is similar to the Arkham series with fun combos and counters, but nothing revolutionary. The real highlight is the car combat, which is thrilling. Upgrading the Magnum Opus, your car is central and deeply satisfying. Each upgrade makes missions and fights more exciting and rewarding. The open world offers many activities like clearing outposts and scavenging, which can feel repetitive, but keep the atmosphere engaging. The story is simple but fits the gritty, brutal nature of the Mad Max universe. It's ideal for players who enjoy immersive, challenging post-apocalyptic games. This hidden gem deserves more recognition than it received when it launched. If you want underrated open-world games, Mad Max should be on your list. It combines driving, combat, and exploration in a unique setting. On the Steam Deck, it runs flawlessly and stays fun throughout. Don't be fooled by its 2015 release or quiet launch. Mad Max is a rewarding adventure worth experiencing. And that's it for today's list of underrated open-world games you need to give a chance. These games might not have gotten the spotlight they deserved, but each one offers something truly special. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more videos like this. Also, let me know in the comments which underrated open-world game do you think deserves more love. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.